Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Brode.
One of the most alarming parts about all of this is that there was a student waiting right here, just a few feet from where that deer charged into the building.
Just 1 second here, folks.
Oh, is this us?
Oh, this is us. Now, if we were taking that picture with President Lincoln, we'd actually have a chance at a prize. We'll tell you how coming up.
I was going to say, and we'd be dead.
Well, yeah, technically.
President Lincoln, also tonight.
When Silas made it to the hospital, they were having trouble cutting through the metal, so one nurse suggested a trick she learned from reality TV.
We covered our shopping and we covered our food, so I think we got everything that we needed out of you, Kathy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Are you joining the And One mixtape here soon?
I'm going to put together an old basketball highlight reel, apparently.
We'll see. Jennifer, the attendance and the temperature had something in common today. They were both very low. We sent WCIA 3's Anna Carrera to find out which way was the fastest. So, Anna, what'd you find out?
Your local news leader.
Now, Anna, I've been in the car with you. You don't drive that fast that it shows in the video. Just to want to be clear, though. You look like Mario Andretti during that entire thing. All right, thank you. Well, Macon County officials are investigating a fire that killed a Harristown man. Firefighters found a body inside a mobile home last night. It happened on South Moyer Road. The home was burnt to the ground, and officials aren't releasing the name of the victim. They're saying they don't know how it started, but they don't believe the fire is suspicious. Braintree police say they've had no complaints about the holiday display. Sound like the neighbors really need to lighten up.
Sorry. Oh, Gary.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all night, folks. I'll be here all night.
Centennial actually played today.
Yeah, absolutely.
The only sports transition Amanda can ever do.
I mean, that worked out perfectly for me.
And by the way, a layup Amanda is in basketball when they lay it
I'm
up
clear
into,
on it, Gary.
I just wanted to make sure.
Carry on, Matt. Whiz.
Love you guys.
Good evening, I'm Gary Brode. Amanda is off tonight. We start the show with breaking news for you. Champaign police are still on the scene of a shooting that sent one person to the hospital. It happened on Elm Street near Bradley Avenue. WCIA 3's Maggie Hockenberry is in our newsroom now. So Maggie, you were there shortly after it happened. What do we know so far?
Leader.
All right, Maggie, we'll get more as it comes out. Thank you.
Yeah.
New information has surfaced in the Savoy shooting investigation on New Year's. It's a follow-up for you now. When police arrived, they heard shots and saw a man they say was firing a gun. They say the shooter was Wayne Colson of Urbana. He's being charged with 2 felony counts of aggravated discharge and not having a valid FOID card. Police saw him get into his SUV, and officers then fired shots at the vehicle. Inside was Colson, 18-year-old Shamaz Ivy, and 2 19-year-old females. Reports say Ivy was shot twice and Colson hit once. The females were unharmed. Police are also saying they did find evidence of another shooter firing where Colson was last seen. And a Champaign man is also facing possible gun charges. Dylan Can was arrested yesterday for possession of a stolen firearm. He's being held on $250,000 bond. Can will be in court Monday. Champaign police tell us they will have no comment on the arrest until tomorrow. And people in the area are tired of the violence in their community, so they want to do something about it. An event at the Hub in Urbana was filled with music, spoken words, and poems. It was a way to express the community concern about events like the riots in Ferguson, but organizers say it was also a time to educate the public about racial issues.
We got somebody up there watching us.
It was a close call for Marsha Ray.
The Lynn fam. So, I was lucky that I had just came back in.
Strong winds ripped through Tuscola. Ray has Huntington's disease, making it difficult to get around. Once the tree fell onto her home, neighbors sprung into action.
That branch was like laid over to right here, and I just moved it out of the way and went in there and see if she was all right.
Branches were still falling around Ray's home when Dwayne Atkins and Andrew Messer ran in to check on her.
I was worried about her at that point. She's like family to me, and I would take care of her no matter what.
The 2 men say it feels good to help someone they've known for most of their lives.
Family and friends. So, yeah, that's about it.
That's what the Rays lean on in their trying time, and they've had a few of them recently. About a month ago, softball-sized hail damaged their cars, and now this. The 2 have lived here for 20 years. Even now, they have no intentions of leaving because sometimes it's not the house that makes the home.
It's something special. You don't get neighbors like this quite often.
You're fine.
JV players at Watseka are preparing for a game against rivals Clifton Central. This year's game doesn't have the same feel, and that's because the health of Hayden Schomburg is more important than wins and losses.
Standing out there, I knew it was bad.
Schomburg was on kick return. He collided with a player from the other team. One of his teammates says they both ducked their heads before impact. Head coach Steve Lucas remembers walking on the field, seeing Schomburg lie motionless.
Hayden didn't move a muscle the whole time he was laying there. And he was screaming. He said, Dad, I'm afraid, and I can't move anything.
Schomburg dislocated his third and fourth vertebrae, and after an 8-hour surgery, he now has 10 screws in his neck.
He can move his shoulders.
And that's about it.
It was emotional Friday night on the field, and even more emotional in the hospital.
Those feelings carried into the school day. The team wore maroon to show Schomburg is close to their hearts.
It's tough when people ask about him, not to get teary-eyed, but I just try to stay strong for him because I know that's what not only he would want me to do, but that's what I need to do.
Lucas's family is close with the Schomburgs, making these past few days even tougher for the veteran coach.
I tell my kids, you know, I love you guys, you know, and then when something like this happens, you find out you really do. And that's when it really hurts.
Day to give thanks, and some in prison are thanking Governor Pat Quinn for getting them out. The governor granted clemency to 126 out of 311 applications. Quinn inherited a large caseload of backed up petitions. He acted on more than 3,000 petitions, granting almost half of them. And some landmarks and roadways in the area are getting a facelift. The state's investing $18 million for construction in parts of Illinois. A lot of the work will be done on the University of Illinois campus. 3 of the university's older buildings, include the Armory and Follinger Auditorium, will be receiving life support upgrades, including a new fire alarm system, new emergency lighting, and fire and smoke barriers. The money comes from Governor Pat Quinn's $31 billion capital construction plan signed in 2009.
Everybody just hit the floor in the house and went to the back of the house and called 911.
Willa Biggers has lived on the street for more than a year. Until now, she's seen nothing like this.
It kind of surprises me because we've only been here a year and this is the first incident. So it kind of does. And when we bought this house, everybody said all this was finished out here in Hedge Road. But evidently it's not.
The gunshots came from the other side of the street.
It's really terrible. These children out here, these young people, they're not children, they're young people. And down there where it happened at, it's always a lot of confusion, a lot of commotion in the yard.
She now fears the neighborhood she lives in for her children's sake.
It's hindering my children, you know. Now they have to stay close to the house or in the house. It's summertime, kids out of school, you know. They don't want to be in the house. But to save their life, they'll be in the house.